I'm not sure what that was about. We'll go Zoltan's Company now, though. We'll go Prover. Now we can't kill all these off. There's a big Scorch. Makes a bit more sense here. Go here. Did get us with the Scorch, I will admit. It's got me with your Scorch. What did we lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 points on that Scorch. Oh, I didn't miss it. Did he play Crushing Trap? Yeah, that's what he did. If we leader... Leader's... Okay, so just bring it? That was smart. Smart. But we have a Barclay, so we can get that armor back. Today we're looking at Dwarves. It's a deck that got nerfed in this patch, and the version of Dwarves I wanted to run the Precision Strike one. I'm not sure you can really play anymore with Brewer's Change, but I want to try out Dwarves and just kind of see how they are after the patch, see if they're still good, kind of put them up against the meta still, because I haven't seen any more since the patch made a couple changes to Dwarves. All been Golden Nekkar pretty much, so hopefully that's changed today. Let's go in here, see what we're running. So Mahakam Forge, there is a Precision Strike variant of Dwarves, at least there was, issue with that being Brewer's Change, but you can still make it work. I like the Mahakam Forge version better. I tried the Precision Strike one, the one with sim loss. It wasn't really for me. I like this version better, but you can run it as well. Going Tactical Advantage, you could go Crystal Skull, you could go Enchanted Armor. Enchanted Armor is a little worse in my opinion, because the armor in your hand is usually not that valuable. Normally you're going to end up putting this on the Berserker, and then the Berserker dies, and it's not as good. But you could go for that. So, obviously the deck, we have 3 Zoltans. So, Zoltan Warrior, Zoltan Shive, and Zoltan's Company. So, Warrior being amazing, obviously. Warrior's really good. Then we have Monroe. Monroe transforms 3 guys to Berserker. Like, you've seen these cards before. No big deal. Brewer got his change, so at the end of your turn, he loses an armor after he boosts. So if you only have 1 armor on your Brewer, which is kind of the issue that the Precision Strike version of the deck runs into now, he can only boost you for 1 turn. So that is an issue that deck in particular runs into. We have a lot of Dwarves in our hand, so his deploy will give him plenty of armor. So we have less of a problem with that, but it is still a nerf. Novigradian Justice, this is the slot where you would run Ring of Favor instead if you like Ring of Favor. I prefer Novigradian Justice because we're going for a little bit more of a wide version of Dwarves rather than just an all-in round 1 version. Although Ring of Favor is still really good. And Novigradian Justice is a very, very high tempo card, especially in round 1 if you have your Marauders, or not Marauders, the Volunteers. So that it can be very good as well. And then if you go later into the round, it can play the Guard, which is also very high value as well. So I really like Novigradian Justice. You can cut it for the Ring of Favor if you prefer playing it that way. I just want to go Justice because it plays less into the Ornate Sensor you see sometimes. And yeah. By the way, random fact to you guys. You know how I always call Ornate Sensor Fetid Sensor? It's because that's a move the Antiquarian has in Darkest Dungeons. I just realized why I always do that. That's why I got the names mixed up. Fix that. It's Ornate Sensor. We have Royal Decree for consistency. Get Brewer, get Zoltan, get Monroe, whatever you need really. We have Erendite because, yeah, we have to have Erendite. I ran the deck without Erendite, but it just needs it. And if Erendite gets nerfed like Temper Visions, we're still fine, so it's not that big a deal if they do that. For this deck, then we have Roach and Knickers. Honestly here, in addition to the tempo for the Erendite round 1, it's really nice to have the extra 2 cards of thinning. Because we really do need to see our Zoltan, Monroe, and Brewer to have a good game here. So the thinning is actually really handy here, not just the tempo for the Erendite. We have the 2 Zoltans here. Scoundrel's really good to give us that row boost. Can be quite a good play. As round 1 goes along, and people keep committing more and more to round 1, the Zoltan Scoundrel is really handy to go in there and just boost a row up for like a 13-point play or something. It's pretty good. Zoltan's Company. Now, there's a couple uses for Zoltan's Company. You can either play it right before Brewer, get a bunch of points on Brewer. You can play it right before Monroe, use it for Monroe, and you can open a round with it to help out your guards, if you're going to have guards in your hand. It's pretty nice. At 5 provisions, there's just a flex spot here in the deck. There's just a 5 provision flex spot. I went with Maxi, just to make sure we can get into our key cards here. You could go with anything in this slot. You could throw in the Marauders here. You could throw one of these guys in. I found out they didn't work out too well, because the armor tends to get dealt with. Like anything with a lot of armor, the highest armor we have is on Zoltan. It's got 5, so this makes this a 9. Yeah, he's got 4+1 from the leader, so it's a 9. But without miners, it's harder to stack more armor, and if you do start stacking a lot of armor, they can get answered. And I found they weren't as consistent, so I just went with a Maxi instead. You could do whatever you want, obviously. In neutral, you could also go with the... I'll make a shout out here to a card that we see sometimes, and that is Artifact Compression. If you want to reset and a lock, you can't... The Scoia'tael Hell locks are 6 provisions, so you could throw in Artifact Compression if you really want that lock, and you can also have that reset. That's handy against other decks round 1 that run Ring of Favor, the reset, so you could throw this in here at 5 provisions as well. I just went with the Maxi. Then we have the Volunteers. They come out of our deck with Justice. It's a 14-point play if you get them to come out, which is really nice. Puts 3 units on the row, which is great for the guard. Sets up the Brover. It's really nice play. The 2 Chariots, they spawn you the Rowdy Dwarves, really handy. They give armor out, again, really handy. You can go You can use the Rowdy Dwarves from this for Monroe. You can also play this in the same round as Brover, so if they start killing off Brover's armor, you can, without killing Brover, you can re-armor him with a Chariot. 2 Mercenaries. The 4 provision slots are flexible. This could be Squirrel and Spores, or Squirrel and Peller. Whatever you want here. I just went with a Dwarf, since I figured might as well play a couple more Dwarves here. But if you want to go with anything else, Peller, Squirrel, very good choices here. You can throw them in. Peller, especially if they lock your Brover, because we don't have Defender. But honestly, I expect Brover to die more often than not, just to Erendite. So I'm not too concerned about locks. Pretty sure it's just going to Erendite it all the time. So I threw the Mercenaries in. 2 Berserkers. Berserkers are really good. 2 Guards and 2 Skirmishers to fill out the bronze cards. And that's the deck. Should do pretty well. I'm just kind of curious to see how the changes to it, how it holds up after like the changes in the last patch. You'll notice here, by the way, we're not running the Dennis here, or the Xavier. Dennis, because we don't really have a lot of armor to make work. So he's okay on the Zoltan, but we don't have a lot of armor next to him. And I cut him to add Knickers in. You could swap these if you want the more points on the finisher, because he's still really good. Like if you've got 2, even if you just have 2 armor and the units next to him, he plays for 11, which is really nice. I just cut him for Knickers for more tempo round 1 and for that extra thinning to make sure we get into our cards more consistently. So Dennis is a really good substitution you can make here. You could also throw in Gabor for an extra resilience card if you want, again by taking out Novigrading Justice probably. But I went with this version, and let's just kind of see how it goes. Going up against Tactical Decision. So my guess is it's Golden Nekkar, probably triple Golden Nekkar. Could be Mill. I have seen a fair number of Mill. Since Golden Nekkar is really popular, Mill's actually a decent counter pick sometimes. It depends on how consistently you hit stuff. Since we have Justice, we'll put back the Marauder, or the Volunteer. Otherwise we could hold on to it. This is really nice that we have the Monroe. We could open with this guy. Berserker's better though. No, we don't want you. Okay, that's a nice card to get. So we'll go right in here with the Chariot. Chariot's the card we always boost with Tactical Decision if we have it. Then we can go, we want another Rowdy Dwarf, so we can use Monroe. We want to see what he's kind of going for here. If he's going to contest us round 1, we're going to have to play Brover, which means Zoltan's Company early might not be bad. But if not, Zoltan's Company is a great card to hold on to for later. If we don't play the Zoltan's Company, I think we'll have to go Decree to get another Rowdy Dwarf. We could Decree into Zoltan Warrior. Would not mind doing that. Kind of depends what he's going to go for. He should have... I guess he's going to kill this. Let's just go with our Novigrading Justice. Really nice tempo play. Get our Roach out as well. Pull way far ahead. Get Knickers too, why not? One thing to mention when you're playing this deck, if you're counting on Brover, be a little careful with having 8 units in a row because of these things. Also because of spying cards. So I don't know if he's going to contest. Honestly, it doesn't really look like it. We're up so much, so we'll go with our Resilience here. And we always give him an armor. This is how you stack more armor, by the way, for the Marauders if you're running them. So we got Ring of Favor. Okay, so it looks like he's just playing an Erendite deck with Golden Nekkar. So if we keep stacking armor here, we threaten the big Dennis. Not that we have it, but it's a threat he has to be wary of. We'll just throw this down. We are really far ahead. He's going to either have the Golden Nekkar or have the Snowdrop Leader. And that's kind of what I figured. So now we have to go in. We can go... We have Brewer, so we can go Zoltan's Company, Monroe, Brewer. Something like that. I do want to pressure here. Do we want the Golden Nekkar to be gone? Okay, we did draw Zoltan Warrior. This is like a good short round card. Is there anything we really want to stack with Maxi? No, I think I'd just rather have another Dwarf. Well, that's a good one. This is probably the best hand we're going to get, honestly, for the rest of the game. Let's throw this down. We have to watch out for the invocation and all that good stuff. Where is Monroe? He's our next play here. Pick up Brewer next. So he's gonna go Snowdrop here. We could kill that with one more turn. So I think we go Zoltan Warrior. I think we'll go Brewer next. So no more Megascope. Let's keep up the pressure really high here. Because every turn, if he answers Brewer, we still get boosts on that turn. There's the Golden Nekkar. We did get rid of that. Megascope's no good. Let's see what else he has. So Invocation's gone. That means our Brewer might actually stick. He's still our Zoltan Warrior. That's pretty good for him. It does remove tokens. Okay. Snowdrop, Leader, and Golden Nekkar all in one turn. Obviously very good for him. That's all of his scary cards, unless he's recycling the Golden Nekkar, which he probably is, honestly. He's probably recycling it. Invocation is gone, so I think this is a good time for our Brewer. Obviously, we lose the armor on our Dwarf Berserkers. We put that back with Barclay next turn. And we're probably only getting 1 or 2 turns out of Brewer anyway. So I don't mind too much. He's still boosting us 4 or 5, even if those guys don't have armor. There's the recycle on the Golden Nekkar. We knew he was going to do that. Would we Royal Decree here is the question. It's probably Dwarven Chariot. And if it is Dwarven Chariot, we want it melee, but then we use up a dwarf space. It's fine. Let's do that. Guard's really good too, though. Let's just go Guard. So we're gonna go Guard, we'll just go Barclay here. Mahakam. There's the Golden Nekkar again. Of course, he top decked it. So Brewer's gone now. He does have the Vilga Forts. See what we pull out. That's pretty good. He's gonna block our row, which is really annoying. Honestly, obviously get unblocked. He's gonna pick his Erendite here because his Erendite's really bad. So we know he's gonna win it with a 9. Question is, do we want to change our decree for a 13-point card? I think we do. I think we change that out. Then we go here. Honestly, would like to wait a turn for this, but whatever. And remember, he does have his own Zoltan Warrior. We're kind of all in on this 2-0 here at this point. Although, potentially we have the save of Erendite and think for the box next round. There's Zoltan Warrior. Some good value for him. Let's go with Zoltan Scoundrel. Although, if we go with the melee one, we lose out on 3 points from armor, but it stops the Zoltan Warrior from pinging us every turn, which could be worth more. That could be worth more. I think we'll do that. Although this one's not a unit, so it actually is 4 points. This is better. And then we'll use our leader. Get a couple pings off of this guy. He has a Seeray still, so he could go with the next Golden Nekkar. It's a Seeray Nova. Let's play our thing from the box. And this snowdrop's kind of the problem for us here. It's so big. There's his thing from the box. Like I said, he transformed his guy. We should use this to kill off this guy. He does need 18. Potentially we should have used that earlier to stop that boost going on. But we were kind of concerned with setting up all of our dwarves. And it got bigger each turn as well. So it's not too bad. He does need 18, by the way. This is pretty good for him. It's going to be a 5. Because we have no good cards left in our deck. He didn't play a Seeray, so this isn't Golden Nekkar again. So we do take the 2-0 here. Pretty handily, actually. Pretty handily. GG. Let's go on to the next one. Patricidal Fury. It's going to be Sihil. Really dislike going against this deck, but not much we can do about it. We don't have a boost other than our leader, so we don't actually have a way to stop this from going. So we just have to like survive the Sihil the whole game, which every card we play is going to die. Quite annoying. Actually, Zoltan Healing Boost Dwarves doesn't work. Yeah, we don't have a way to stop this. It's probably just going to be a loss, but we'll see what we can do. You're low, we don't want you. That might be handy. We do need ways to spawn tokens. We only have 1 token spawner. I guess we get this one. Does these 2 work? Rather get that off Justice, but then we drew into Roach, which really hurts us round 1, but we're going to need a really strong round 1 here. Go Sihil into the On-Crate Longship. None of you have ever seen this before, I'm sure. Oh, this is going to be the Warlord right away. Highland Warlord. Yeah, there he is. Draw your Sihil. Yep, go ahead. Just trying to think here. We're going to have a really rough time. I think if we just open Zoltan Warrior, we're going to need another way to make tokens, so probably have to go Zoltan Warrior and the Chariot. So I think we go with the Warrior's more tempo for Erendite, so let's do that. We could go Monroe when we still have the 2, and then transform the other dwarf later. Gives us more tempo immediately, which is nice. Sihil. Gonna kill off our Zoltan too. Oh, we got a... That looked like a misclick. That looked like a misclick. That's pretty cool. This plays for 7. That's nice. We're gonna lose one of these dwarves, by the way, because he's at 3 points on Sihil now. He's gonna revive that potentially, though. If he does do that, it'll be nice, because we want him in row 3, but we're only going to row 2 if he kills off 1. Let's just hover this guy and make him want to remove the barricade. Is this at 3? No, it's at 2. Never mind. He couldn't kill a dwarf token. So now we'll do that transform. I mean, we can just re-armor him, so that's not that big a deal. Then we'll go into Monroe here. 1, 2, 3. And we can have that. We do have the potential for a win on even here. We did go first. Sihil's going to come down and kill our warrior. To get extra damage off, though. We still have Nekkars in our deck. We can have Roach for a bit of tempo around 2. And not looking terrible. I just dislike playing against Sihil decks because it doesn't feel very fun. So kill that. And his is going to get very big. So now we're going to lose Zoltan. Well, Zoltan's already dead, not Zoltan. Probably lose one of these Berserker guys. Although he might go for Monroe for the higher value. No, he picks that. We will just play another one. Give out some armor. Now we lose the chariot. Really, we just need to win on even here to be okay. But he's gonna his round's gonna get better and better, so we keep going. We don't have Broover access, which is kind of bad. Nice. Nice. Well, now we don't have to worry about the game anymore, because I'm pretty sure we just win. Pretty sure that's just GG. I have no idea what he's going to do to recover from that. Like, he lost Sihil, and it's a Sihil deck. Yep, so you had the Fukusha on... I thought he was going to Purify and Fukusha his own guy. Is this at 6 yet? Because we don't want him to do that. No, it's not. Whatever, let's just go Maxi. We do not want Broover on the bottom of our deck. Let's put one of these guys down there. Theoretically, we should have put Maxi melee, because the Scoundrel can boost with the Companion, everything on the row. But I don't think we're at any threat at all, so I just played her. This is what I expected to happen. Him to pass the next turn. And if we draw Company, I think we go for a 2-0. I mean, he's gonna have to like Lippy or something. I don't know how he gets this back. I think he just messed up. And that's all. Oh, that's really good. Put this back then. No Broover, but he has no Sihil, so we're going to at least no Guardian Justice for the thinning. So we're going to go Chariot, so we don't take a damage on it. On the Mercenaries, we'll go Chariot. Then we'll go into Zoltan's Company, or not Zoltan's Company, the Nova Guardian Justice. That'll fill up a row pretty far. We can go boom, boom, get guard, then boost the row of Scoundrel, and then play Barclay. Looks pretty good. This will be our nice tempo play. We do have the Dwarves, then our deck out. Get our Roach as well, because, you know, he's still in there.
Leave it to us.
Akusha, he didn't purify his card. Oh, that's expected. We should block a lot of rain damage, at least. That's nice. Go like this. We can go with the Mahakam Guard next. They're pretty good value. We have 6 Dwarves, so it's a 9. It's really good. But his raids are going to be scaling. He does have his Blood Eagle still. King Bran, I don't think will be that big of a finisher because he's been he was pretty efficient with this Sihil. I don't think he overdamaged too much, so we don't have like a 20-point King Bran to worry about. Sometimes a threat these Sihil decks run in. See what this is, probably Primal Savagery or Blood Eagle. It's gonna be the Blood Eagle. It's at 4, so we're gonna lose a Dwarf. Let's just hover the Roach. Maybe he'll click that instead. Nah. Sometimes that actually works, by the way. Weirdly. This is an 8-point guard now. See what he plays. It's probably the second Warlord, honestly. But he needs more tempo for this round. Yeah, this is what I think he was going to play, but I don't think this is the best choice. I think he needs more tempo. This is good for scaling and all, but it mostly gives him 4 more points on his hand if every card's a raid. I'm pretty sure he could have gotten something better than that. So we will go into our Mahakam guard. Here's a couple more raids, probably. Got 5 damage on his raids now. Well, plus 3 damage on his raids. Primal Savagery. Let's go with our Zoltan Scoundrel here. Let's boost everything in this row. I think we'll throw out the Mahakam Forge. We throw out this turn, it potentially blocks 2 turns of rain if we're lucky, so we'll do that. The armor on it, I mean. Rain's getting pretty big. We've got Barclay. Unless he has a Yurden, which he doesn't, I don't think, because I think he's playing Devotion. Should be all set. Go Barclay. He's got armor, so we'll put him in this row. Maybe block a rain on that armor. This game would have been very different if he didn't mess up his Sihil round 1. You can already see it's pretty close. But if he had the Sihil going for this, I think we lose. Because he'd be removing all of our doors. We wouldn't have this row effect stacking to benefit the Barclay or the guard or anything. King Bran's for like a 10? Nope, he's a 17. Of course he is. How big is this though? This is a 12. Sure. You need 12 points. I don't think you got it. You do have it. That's unfortunate. Didn't expect the triangle in a triangle. Did not expect it. Still, we have an Erendite. He's used his Bran and his Fukushia. And he's going when we have last say. Okay, Bruber's really not good here. Do we have a unit that's any good in our deck? Not really. Zoltan's Company is the only card we want to see here. Zoltan's Company is the only card. Okay. The reason we put back the Bruver, by the way, is we can decree him out. And if we have Bruver and 1 dwarf, I think there's other dwarves that might be better than him in our hand. Really need a Zoltan's Company. Hopefully these are just raids. That is not a raid. Well, let's go into this mercenary. I guess Bruver is the best choice for their next card. I guess he is. Like, yeah, he's going to be the best choice. We really needed, well, we really wanted, we didn't, we'll see if we needed that company here. Plus 2 points. It's amazing, isn't it? Good job, Bruver. Do play for 8. And this is kind of how I figured this game would end here. GG. See what I mean? Like, if he didn't mess up Sihil, we don't really have a chance. Going up against Syndicate. So, it seems that this off books has become pretty meta. By the way, really enjoying how we have a non-golden Nekkar deck so far. Hopefully we don't have to cut out a bunch of games this time. We might go for the long round one here. So we might want both of these guys. Of course we drew Nekkars. Eternal Fire Disciple. We could kill that with Zoltan. Okay, now we can't. Let's see here. Overguarding Justice is a card we really want. We don't have. We don't have a great way to make tokens for Monroe. Just throw one of these guys down. This is a card that's pretty valuable for him to seize. If he seizes this with Philippa, then he can't take our Zoltan or something. Okay, he doesn't look like he's planning on it. So, this looks like a good time to play our Zoltan Warrior. We have two things to spawn Rowdy Dwarves on, and there's a guy we have a chance to do really well against if we hit him with one of these pings. We kill this, that'd be really nice. Do hit him. We have 2 pings, he's got 4 units, so pretty decent chance that happens. Probably getting it professored. Oh, not quite yet.
These are the words of scripture.
Okay. So I think we go Monroe. I think we do.
What do you say we fight on my level, Yes,
Definitely need to stay ahead here.
your offering. This positively reeks of heresy.
Reeks Heresy. I think this is a good turn to go for our Maxi. We draw Erendite. Okay, Brewer's on the bottom though. Let's put one of these guys down there. I think he's gonna pass. He doesn't have a coin bank. If you get a coin bank, I think he might keep playing. Okay, he's gonna get the coins this way. I mean, getting rid of the armor is essentially the same value as if we got the points from the card, so I don't mind that too much.
Mercy nor forgiveness.
Let's get some resilience going. He could seize this with his Philippa. So I think, since we're pushing for a win on even, I think we do boost this. But if we boost this to 9, you'd have to use all 3 leader charges to get it. So I think we do this. We weren't pushing for even here, I wouldn't. He might go 3 leader charge Philippa, but then he has no leader charges anymore for the rest of the game. I didn't think he had a Philippa. The Zoltan Warrior stayed here. Let's go into these guys. Pretty good value. He's getting a lot of coins here. He still has Spala, which is a nice card for him. We have the next guard into this. More lethal destroy. Fine. He does get his King of Beggars out already. So that's gone. Let's see here. He's going to get a lot of points. I mean, this is still 9, so... The offensive Zoltan here is going to be pretty good. We really well, I wouldn't say we should have done it that turn. Because he has the Spender and the Cleric. There's the Purify, or Bounty. In this case, it's the Bounty. As this transforms. We could go Decree into Barclay. The issue with that is then we can't Decree into Brewer later in the game. So I don't really want to right this second. We'll go here and get Companion out. Companion will give us a nice boost. And he's honestly running out of room on his rows. Alright, we do take the win on even. Really nice to see that. Now, if we get Zoltan's Company, is where it gets really interesting. Ideally, we get Zoltan's Company, Brewer, and Justice, but that's not very likely. So we don't have a lot to work with here. There's Brewer. Let's put this back. If we draw Company off of Nekkars... Okay, so I thought we wouldn't get it. A long round's probably better for us. Considering our hand here isn't amazing. Decree into a unit. Yeah, I think we go for a long round 3, up a card. Alright, Knickers. I don't mind that. It gives us another thinning for round 3.
The eternal fire shall consume all that is impure.
Now, King of Beggars being gone means his tributes are a lot less scary. We do have to watch out for Philippa. Justice, what we really want is Zoltan's Company. There it is. Be pretty decent then. So he's running Devotion. We have some really good plays left. Let's go Novigradian Justice. Or not Justice, I'm at Zoltan's Company. And I said Justice because I clicked on Justice, and we very smartly didn't play it. I think we just Brewer early. He's going to have the Philippa to answer. Or that. This is not really efficient coins from him. Even so, I think we just remove it. It was not an efficient way to use all his coins, but it does certainly hurt our Brewer. Novigradian Justice will give us a bit of setup, though. He still has Freak Show, which is potentially scary. That works for him, too. Just go into this guy. We will Royal Decree, probably for Barclay. It's kind of sad we didn't get our Erendite. Actually, really sad. Gonna pay that tribute as well. And that should kind of be it for him stopping us from having units. Go for this Mercenary. The Slander. Shakedown. Okay. There's a lot of coins, so he could still Philippa us. But this is definitely the turn for Novigradian Justice. Got a pretty good play here. Get some Dwarves out. If we last save Brewer, we can have him for 2 turns. There's that Philippa we mentioned him having. If we last save Brewer, we can have him for 2 turns because Barclay can boost him, but I think we might lose this. Depends what his last card is. No tribute on that. So we go Brewer. And we go into Barclay. I think we lose this one. Yep, GG. Even up a card. He just had too much removal this round. Mirror match is potentially bad, because we're not running Ring of Favor, and he might be. But we go first, and that gives us a huge advantage. That's how Erendite works. Let's see here. These are really good. Sultan Warrior. Monroe. I'm not sure how good 3 damage is here. It's probably decent. But I'd rather have not you. Or not you. Well, we can always justice something later if we open with those guys this round. So we know he's running Erendite. Yeah, we just know that. Get some points here. See if we can get pretty far ahead here. So Ring of Favor is a card he has that we might not. We also have to watch out. Sometimes these decks run Yrden. If he runs Yrden, I think we lose the game. So we're gonna get to lose on even without any sort of counterplay to that. If we play our Brewer, that is. He's gonna go there. Fine. we will just go into our Monroe. We don't want to overcommit. Let's play this. Give it an armor. Take it a little easy here. As soon as he starts playing anything good, like I think this might be a Zoltan Warrior turn from him. And if it is, that's where it gets a little scary. Simloss version, so double rebuke. Okay. Little unorthodox. We'll go into the second Dwarven Chariot though. Okay, so he's he's missing a high version card here then. This will be interesting deck. It's probably Herald Gord. It's probably Herald Gord deck. No unit maybe? Not sure what else. There's a Simloss. So he played Simloss as a big commitment. I don't mind playing a Monroe here. This should give us the round. Unless he commits something equally big. There's his Monroe. So we could Zoltan Warrior. I like the idea of going Zoltan Warrior here. Removes the armor from his guys, and also, whoops, that's the wrong row. Get back in our hand. Leave that room for Mahakam guards, like these. And let's see what happens here. We're way up. So maybe he's not playing. If he's playing Erendite, ours is going to be way better. Wagenberg. Interesting. There's a lot of value from him on that. It is a lot of value, but we are also way ahead. Let's go like this.
We're the best regiment in the whole plowing north.
We're 30 points ahead, so I'm not really concerned. Yeah. We went for that thinning. And we take that round one. They'll Ring of Favor in his hand. He's already Simloss and Monroe. And he played... Did he play some Zoltan Warrior? I don't remember. I don't think so. Oh, if we get Decree or Broover, we're going to go for it this round. We didn't. That's annoying. It is annoying. If we go... I mean, Company still sets up Barclay nicely. We have a guard. Erendite. We want to keep Erendite's advantage going. But let's just open with the Mercenary. Let's kind of see what he does. We don't want to just throw it on Zoltan's Company, then like lose it while he still has his own. We also want to set up Zoltan's carryover. We're setting up his carryover, we might as well boost the 2 dwarves with him, try and get some tempo. We do have our Erendite still.
The only good human is a
so is this... Okay, that's fair. That's a decent way, but you only get 3 dwarves, and we get 5. Thing is, we have to watch out for Broover, because we don't have our own Broover. We'll play this. We can Erendite his Broover. You want to set up something for Barclay, set up something for Zoltan.
dance with my death.
And now we go here. Get that carryover. We can go Barclay guard or guard Barclay. The total points is the same. Then we'll finish with Maxi to set our deck up. I see the idea here with the Philanderville into the company, but I'm just not sure why you wouldn't have more Zoltans then. Agitator's not a great tempo card. Go Barclay here. Now we threaten Brewer. If he plays his own Brewer, ours gets worse later on. So that's what's going on here. I mean, that's not going to happen. I don't know if he's running Brewer then. Is it? He might. Yeah, he probably is. He probably is. We go Maxi. The card we really want is Novigrad Injustice actually here. So let's put this on the bottom. Justice is more important than these others. If he goes Brewer, he gets what, 1 turn? This gave Brewer armor in his hand. I think we hold our leader. Do you not have Brewer? I guess we win anyway. You're hedging against Brewer. Turns out I didn't have it. GG. Could be a whole bunch of things. We get our Justice. That's nice. We'll put this guy back. Monroe. We have a couple guys to make tokens. This looks pretty good. You back. And let's leave Roach and Knickers in our deck for once. Kind of figure out what's going on here. It's going to be some form of Waylay deck. Questions if it's a scenario or not. I'm gonna remove one of our tokens. It's fine. Go with another one of these. Give it a bit of protection. There's the Vanadane.
Will not be heard.
So we go Monroe now. We need to not lose this round if he's playing the Waylay stuff. And that's our tempo. Hits us with a Waylay. There's his tempo coming through here. Let's throw down one of these guys. Hit this. Then put some more armor on these. There's no point in armoring this because he's going to hit with a Waylay, so putting it to 1 armor doesn't change anything. So he still has to Alyssa, so he's going to keep playing here. We're going to hold off on Justice. I think we want that tempo for the next round. We'll kill this though, so it gets less value, potentially. Put armor here, and just go with this guy. We're going to try and keep these for the next round. I need to play one more card here, so we can have time for Zoltan. This is probably the Horn, I guess, although it could be a lot of things. If it's row damage, it's annoying, but... He's playing traps then. And knowing he's playing traps is one of the most important part about traps. Crushing trap. There it is. Just knowing he's playing the traps is super important. We're up by 40, so we're going to pass next turn no matter what, but he's going to pass here. So knowing he's playing traps, we have to split up the trap round so the Eldain isn't like 60 points with the Vernal Steel. So we actually have to play this next round too. If we're playing this round too, we really need Zoltan's company. We can open with the Justice. Okay. Guys, I just put you back. Got company, can't complain too much. We can open with Novigrad Injustice though. That wouldn't be bad. Open Justice into company, I guess it's 8 units. That's 9 units. Let's just go with the Justice here. It's It's a big play. Really big. He's gonna start playing more traps now. We want to play specials early. You want to play specials early because of the serpent trap potential. Let's go into the Berserker. I always forget these guys that were changed a while ago, that they don't have to be in the same row as your dwarf. We should have played this guy ranged, and then we'd be able to play Zoltan's Company with him for Brewer. But I always forget that that change was made. Okay, there's the Waylays back to the deck.
Would be a mercy you do not deserve.
For the daisy of the valley!
If we go Zoltan's Company, our issue is he quad Waylays them. That's a problem. So instead, let's just go with our Zoltan Warrior and see if we can't make him use some on him.
Damn the horse son!
We want to use his Waylays before we play Zoltan's Company. It's really the best case scenario for us. Alright, good. He's going to use them. Now we can go Zoltan's Company Brewer. I'm not sure why he's hitting the shield on that. Unless he has Ornate Sensor. I'm not sure what that was about. We'll go Zoltan's Company now, though. We'll go Brewer. Now we can't kill all these off. There's a big Scorch. Makes a bit more sense here. Go here. Did get us with the Scorch, I will admit. It's got me with your Scorch. What did we lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 points on that Scorch. Oh, I didn't miss it. Did he play Crushing Trap? Yeah, that's what he did. If we leaderings... Okay, so just bring it. That was smart. Smart. But we have a Barclay, so we can get that armor back. And Brewer boosts. We don't need 2 armor on Brewer because it comes back to us only one time, and then he plays and it ends the game. So if we Mahakam Forge, which we will, we'll put on something else.
The only good human is a dead human.
You know, I said it only comes back to us once. I meant after this turn. We just threw this game. I was thinking that the Brewer had an extra armor, but it didn't. Oh, well, that's annoying. Well, this is a GG. You're welcome, my friend. You are welcome. How big is this Erendite, though? 14. Yeah, Trap Man, you're real cool. Let's just block the armor on this Inferno Trap thing. He still has Eldane, so... There's no way out of this for us. It's gonna be the Serpent Trap, probably. We just lose to Eldane. We have to discard the Erendite. Well, we don't have to discard the Erendite. Maybe we still win this. We don't deserve to win this. We don't deserve to win this because we're stupid, but I guess we will. I cannot believe I thought about Brewer wrong. Cannot believe that. So that is the deck. It is definitely worse than before. Zoltan's Company, it's a Snickers. Zoltan's Company's change is really a big deal. The not 1 extra armor or anything, it stops you from re-armoring stuff once it's gone. And if you can't re-armor stuff once it's gone, then Brewver's boost is much worse, because they can start picking your guys off. Especially, and then Brewver's worse too, right? Because you lose the 1 armor each turn, and it really limits him. You can't really run him in anything except Mahakam Forge anymore. You're not going to have enough Dwarves to really give him that armor, because usually you'd run him in like a deck with like 1 Dwarf to get like 1 armor, and then he'd boost all the company each turn. At least from what I saw people doing. We can't do that anymore. So the deck is still significantly worse than it was. And then Ring got nerfed too, so you can't run Ring. Though you can run Ring, but it's hard to fit. You have to probably cut the Justice. It might be worth it. But yeah, that's the deck. You can obviously change the bronzes a little bit here. Probably after those games, I think I would swap Mercenary for a Spores. Spores still seems really useful. So I think we would swap that if I could find one. I can't find it, whatever. We'll find it later. But yeah, Spores is an option here. Spores, and then a Peller would be really good as well. I think that would be what I swap in for the Mercenary. I think that's what we're going to do. Other than that, though, it's pretty much the same. Definitely worse than it used to be. Still able to win some games, though. And yeah, pretty brief summary at the end of this one. Not a new deck, for sure. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.